Do you know what's wild about The Crown? New faces, same characters. They continuously change the actors every couple of seasons, and this shakeup has added a realness that took a dark turn in Season 5. And speaking of Season 5, it plunged right into the heart of the 90s, giving us a forefront seat to Princess Diana's life. Now, Season 5 was originally supposed to be the show's grand finale, but in true plot twist style, Netflix announced Season 6. So if you want to low down on Season 6, strap in. We're going to dish out all we know about the release date whispers, plot teasers, time frame, star-studded cast, and a whole lot more. This is everything we know about The Crown Season 6. Why did Netflix extend it? Peter Morgan revealed that once they got knee-deep into the Season 5 storylines, they realized they needed another season to really do justice to this fascinating series. So Season 6 will be back on your screen, and most of your favorite characters from Season 5 will return for another round. Plus, some fresh faces are joining the royal ranks. But the question is, was The Crown Season 6 filming affected by the death of the Queen? Season 6 was kicked off filming back in September 2022. But as the cameras started to roll, we were hit with the heart-wrenching news that the very heart of our beloved series, Queen Elizabeth II, passed away on September 8, 2022. And this put a whole new spin on The Crown, giving the existing episodes and the final 2 seasons a different resonance. And when we lost the Queen, the world stood still. All eyes turned to the media, talking about her lasting legacy. Amid all this, The Crown soared back into Netflix's global top 10. And Netflix showing their respects by stopping the production of The Crown. They even paused production on the day of the Queen's funeral. Peter Morgan called the show a love letter to the Queen, as his heartfelt tribute to the late Queen, and Morgan was known for being a man of many words. But he chose silence and respect at that moment. But, as they say, the show must go on, and go on it did. So who will play Princess Diana and Prince Charles in Season 6 of The Crown? For Princess Diana, we've got Elizabeth Debicki, the same actress from The Great Gatsby and Tenet, stepping into those royal shoes for the final season. She'll take the torch from Emma Corrin, who did a bang-up job introducing Princess Diana in Season 4. For Prince Charles, Dominic West steps into his polished shoes. Which cast members are returning for The Crown Season 6? Well, let's start with the Queen herself. The amazing Imelda Staunton, who slayed as Queen Elizabeth II in Season 5, is returning for more royal adventures. And Leslie Manville, the beloved Princess Margaret, will be joining her. But this isn't just speculation, because The Hollywood Reporter gave us the goods by confirming they'll be reprising these roles. Staunton got real with TAC about Season 6, saying, "I haven't really thought about bringing the show to a close. I will really miss being her, but there's a long way to go." But the returning royal rooster doesn't stop there. We've got Jonathan Pryce's Prince Philip coming back alongside Olivia Williams' Camilla Parker Bowles. When will The Crown Season 6 take place? This upcoming season, we're time-traveling back to the era of boy bands and Y2K. Yeah, the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. Well, each season of The Crown is like a time capsule, capturing roughly a decade of royal happenings. And Season 6 is no exception. The series will continue to explore all the events that shaped the royal family during this fascinating historical period. But where does it all begin, you ask? Well, let's rewind a bit. The last season wrapped up in 1997 with Princess Diana being invited for a sun-soaked holiday in St. Tropez by Mohammed Al Fayed. You might remember that it was later that same fateful year in August, when we tragically lost our people's princess. That's where Season 6 picks up the baton, continuing the saga from this vital moment in royal history. We will journey to our favorite royals right through to 2001, maybe even beyond. Will The Crown Season 6 cover the death of Princess Diana? The Crown showrunners have been bustling around, setting up the stage to portray the heart-wrenching events leading up to the death of our beloved Princess Diana and her boyfriend, Dodi Fayed, back in '97. But Peter Morgan isn't planning to make us relive the horrific crash. Instead, he'll take us right to that fateful midnight ride from the Ritz, chased by the paparazzi. We'll then switch gears to the behind-the-scenes action with the British ambassador and the Foreign Office jumping into crisis mode. Even the crew felt the weight of these scenes, and actually one insider shared, "We've been dreading getting to this point." And while they're maintaining their cool, they did admit there's a certain anxiety, a palpable sense of being slightly on edge. Well, who can blame them all for such a sensitive and monumental event to portray, right? So, the season also promises to touch on some heavy topics. We'll see Prince Charles stepping off a royal flight to bring Diana's body home, and Mohammed Al Fayed's facing casual racism from the French authorities while collecting his son Dodi's casket. And get this, photos have surfaced from the set showing our Diana, played by Debicki, in an animal print swimsuit that's an uncanny replica of one Diana wore on a Mediterranean holiday with Dodi just weeks before her death. So, what to expect in Season 6? As we said, Princess Diana's life will be the center of Season 6. Of course, the first time that Prince William and Kate Middleton meet will be shown in this season. What's the premiere date for Season 6? Season 6 started filming in August 2022, and it is expected to hit on our screens this coming November or December 2023. Even though that Season 6 is not gracing our screens yet, The Sun's reported that the original plan for the ending of the series is 2022, where Elizabeth celebrated her Golden Jubilee, but it is quickly changed to the grand wedding of Prince Charles and his soulmate, Camilla Parker Bowles, back in 2005. Who's Peter Morgan? Peter Morgan, a British screenwriting genius and playwright extraordinaire, is the mastermind behind The Crown. And here, this Morgan isn't a man who just woke up one day and thought, hey, I think I'll just write about the Queen. No. So let's rewind back to 2006, where Helen Mirren, in all her regal glory, stepped into the shoes of Queen Elizabeth II in the movie The Queen. Do you know who stitched that cinematic magic together with the incredible writing? That's Peter Morgan. And fast forward a few years to 2013, Morgan's at it again, lighting up the West End with his play The Audience. This mesmerizing drama peeks into the Queen's secret weekly meetings with her prime ministers. And he's a talented writer, but does all the scenes and events in The Crown are true? Well, it's vital to remember The Crown is not your straight-up history lesson. It's not a textbook or a lecture from your old professor. It's a dramatization, a jazzy retelling of true events with a splash of creativity, a dash of exaggeration, and an extra-large helping of compelling storytelling. They've taken the liberty to revolutionize the engine of history, adding a bit more color and a lot more flair. For example, let's talk about Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Now, you might have noticed that on The Crown, their relationship is, well, let's just say it's more thunderstorm than a sunshiny day because it's portrayed with extra spice, a bit more drama, and a touch of negativity. Some fans think that maybe it's a tad overblown compared to the real thing. Let's wrap this up in a royal bow. The Crown gives us the gist of the timeline, the who's who and what's what of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. But it's like those fast food burgers that look so mouth-watering in the commercials. It may not be the whole truth, but it's still a tantalizing taste.